It's from Sega, but not from PSO.
Oh, God. I know what you're talking about.
Another Sega game that we've talked about before,
that they need to bring to the West, goddammit.
Yes, they do. And we've already talked about the whole thing about why it was at E3 and, we're judging interest. Just bring the damn game over.
Did they have it at E3?
They did. They had it playable at E3 in English. The English text and whatnot. And they even showed it on the giant, video screen. And the rep there basically said, it's only there to gauge interest.
And how packed was that section?
Who knows? It was only on one system in the back.
And did you see...
I didn't go to E3, so I couldn't...
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
everybody I've talked to who went to E3 saw it, they played it, they liked it, but they didn't specify whether there was a line or anything, so...
Okay.
So we'll see. But let me show you the pictures from this. Yes, Hatsune Miku, Project Diva F, has a new outfit for their upcoming game. And there it is. It's to tie in... It's a Phantasy Star Online style outfit for a new song that's actually, strangely enough, about net game addiction. So, you have a couple different pictures of her right here. It's a full outfit. It's pretty cute.
Is it really sad that I know what class and race she was going for?
No, that's not sad whatsoever. So it's kind of cool that other games are getting into the spirit of, PSO 2.
Mm-hmm. Well, other Sega properties anyway.
Other Sega properties, at least, yeah. Now, I'm wondering, though, will this reverse? As in, will she all of a sudden appear in, one of the towns?
That's a really good question. That would be, it would make sense. They're virtual idols, so it's entirely feasible as like some sort of secret unlockable. But
True.
I don't know that I necessarily see Krypton going that route. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it'd be pretty awesome.
It would be. Okay.
You can always email Ito and ask him.
You could. Use those contacts, damn it. Okay. Well, anything else on the video game side before I start on something?
I think that's good. Let's talk about Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Let's rage on this. So, about, I would say a few hours ago, about 5-6 hours ago now, the Olympics opening ceremony happened in London. Almost every single country in the world was showing it in real time. It was just a live stream. They showed up there. They had their own commentators and whatnot. Except for the United States. NBC, with their multi-billion-dollar deal for, broadcasting rights here in the States and whatnot, decided that they're going to do, in this day and age of instant social media, it's going to be a tape delay. I mean, it starts I think in 2 minutes now on the Western Coast. It makes no friggin' sense to me. The fact that they even decided not to just ignore it, but they thought let's be cool and hip and do a live tweet, just a live blog of the events of the Olympic ceremonies without streaming it in real time.
Okay, so this thing started at 7:30?
For the West Coast, it starts now.
Okay. Go off of me. I need to go tell Nikki or she'll kill me.
No problem. Let's start that up. So, yeah, I'm just amazed at that it started, that 6 hours ago, and NBC was like, okay, we're going to do a live blog of the entire, opening ceremonies. Oh, we're going to show it to you later so we can get more viewers and pay and charge upwards of millions of dollars for commercial slots. How much do I hate thee right now, NBC? The fact that there's the live blog would compensate for that. No, it won't. There was many tech blogs, many websites, even major competitors, and even some people within NBC themselves were tweeting out links to live streams, that pirated streams you can find online. Hell, I found a stream from a friend that actually had the BBC One stream of it. And I watched the entire thing live with a bunch of other people and thoroughly enjoyed it. I can talk to people. I can, watch people via Twitter and IRC and whatnot, and we can talk back and forth about what's going on in real time. But NBC was just like, no, we're just going to show it later on. You were
I'm back.
Freaking moron, NBC. Yeah.
Well, they wanted to maximize their audience, probably.
Yes. They're wanting to maximize their widespread audience and charge a hell of a lot of money for commercials. This is almost a damn right betrayal of their friggin' country, in my opinion. Let me say this. You're the only company in one of the only countries in the entire world that thought a tape delay in this day and age was proper. And you're wrong.
Well, no, you're right. They should have done a live feed and then a rerun on tape delay.
That would have been perfect. You do
that way they would significantly maximize their audience.
Exactly. You do the live stream, you do your blog at the same time.
Looks gorgeous in high def, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yes, it does. You do you can do at the bottom like this section presented by Citibank or whatever and whatnot. And then when you do the rerun, you can throw in your commercials. That way you spend most of the day streaming this event that people all over the world, literally all over the world, want to watch. And you gain so much money in revenue and in ads and whatnot that way. Not this, we're going to do tape delay. I've already watched the entire thing. Aside from my rant, screw you, NBC. The actual event itself was fantastic. It as a lot of the other reviewers
I'm hoping that you realize that there's going to be a really short post show because I'm going to miss. How long was the opening ceremony? If it's only half an hour, I'm going to kill you.
3 hours long.
How much will I miss in the first 30 minutes?
You have DVR. You can go back, right?
No.
Oh shoot. I will send you a link. This is the NBC screw.
Am I going to miss the really cool shit?
Some of it, yes. My apologies.
It's okay.
I'll send you a link.
You guys are more important than something I can catch online.
Yeah. Besides,
that doesn't sound right. This. We are online.
It's to the point where they had numerous live streams going online showing the Olympic, the opening ceremonies in real time. And I checked this before before we started our show. Mm-hmm. There are already 7 torrents of the entire opening ceremonies in high def. So there are ways to watch it. So I'll go through a quick recap. I'm not getting too much spoilers. Then again, it's just an opening ceremony. It is
to the circumstances beyond our control. Our show will be in half an hour. No, I'm not going to do that to you guys. I'm not going to do that to you guys.
I'll make this as quick as possible. So
no, we'll just go normal.
Starts off with this countryside. They cover the entire base.
Yeah, the part where I just turned Nikki to it is when they're showing the cliffs of Dover.
Okay, but inside the stadium itself, they cover the entire floor with grass and hills and trees and whatnot. I was like, am I watching a scene from Lord of the Rings, or is this... I was totally expecting, like, just
Everybody knows the Shire's in New Zealand. Come on.
Didn't you know they're doing a joint venture this year? No.
I see.
So they had, this whole thing.
Where the elves live.
They started talking about how Britain's become very powerful in the Industrial Revolution. And in the next, 10 minutes, it's synchronized chaos. As you have, multiple groups going around and doing different choreographed things here and there and whatnot. But at the same time, over the thousands of volunteers they have for the opening ceremonies, at certain points, it was literally pulling grass up by the yards and rolling it up and taking it off, revealing this multi-industrial...
Okay, hold on. So you're saying they rolled it up?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the way you described it to me earlier. Okay. You described it to me earlier like they were literally clamping out chunks of grass on the going, damn, that's impressive. That. I mean, don't get me wrong. Rolling up beds of... I forget what it's called, but you know the stuff, the turf.
Right.
That's pretty impressive, but the idea that they were just doing ripping clumps to show it was a little more impressive in my mind.
Yeah. I gotta exaggerate for the yeah.
Okay.
But they really were just pulling it off the set, the giant set.
Right.
And to the point they were literally erecting 5-story tall chimney stacks that were smoking and everything. I'm like, okay, that's a cool effect. That's pretty cool. They were bringing stuff from underground that was bringing up via hydraulics, and they looked on its side like giant, gears going back and forth. They really got into the industrial age, and then they had this whole thing where at one end they were starting like an iron mill.
Would you like some tea? Sorry.
And so you see this trail of hot metal and whatnot go around the set into the center with this giant circle. Mm-hmm. And then they start lifting it up and whatnot, and starts sparks fly and everything. And now from the behind overhead, all the other rings appear and they start flying up. So in the middle, in a sea of fireworks, they literally forged the Olympic rings.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That was cool. I was giving it props on that. From there, they start moving into the history of Britain in terms of its pop culture. Talked about with music. From the 50s to the 90s, to 2000s, they literally had hip-hop. They had Beatles. They had the freaking Prodigy playing it at one point.
That's pretty badass right there.
And, of course, they were showing clips of music and whatnot. They also got into like the digital age where they had like a little story of this guy and girl like hooking up, and you had like text show up on the screens and whatnot. They actually had, and I can't remember his name for the life of me, the original actual inventor of the World Wide Web on there, and he got a standing ovation.
Al Gore?
I'm so waiting, if I can finish this and watch that before that part shows up, I'm so waiting for the NBC commentators to go, wasn't that Al Gore? I'm so waiting for that. Because then I will literally take a flight over to London.
God.
I will land there the next morning, find where they're at right now, and smack them.
You know, I actually have friends who live in London. I can
make this happen. Oh, yeah. So it gets to that. A lot of cool stuff. I'm not going to spoil all the stuff. I mean, there was a cool thing between Daniel Craig as 007 and the actual Queen doing a skit.
Oh, man.
That was cool.
Am I going to get out of here in time to see that part?
Yes, you will. We'll make sure we're out at that time.
Okay.
And it ends. There's a lot more stuff that happens, but at the end, the way they do the torching is awesome. But at the end, it comes
Was it or was it not the Doctor?
No, there was no Doctor Who throughout
no
the
Spacey
entire.
Timey-Wimey?
None. And there's one point during the music montage where everyone I was talking about in line swore they heard the TARDIS, and then that was it. No Doctor, no nothing. No David Tennant, no Matt Smith, no nothing.
David Tennant, have him light the torch. That would have been...
The way they did the torch this year was awesome. I will say that.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Okay.
But at the end, to wrap the entire thing up, they have Sir Paul McCartney come up there with his band and get together 70,000 plus people in a great rendition of Hey Jude. It was awesome. So... The opening ceremonies is awesome. I'm looking forward to the Olympics. Screw you, NBC. And that's my rant.
Oh, no, that's fine. NBC is many things. Supremely Intelligent is not among them. Even if they do, come on. They own Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
Okay? And most of the stuff that's on that channel is shite.
Hey, we used to be about sci-fi and science and cool stuff. Now we show wrestling.
No, yeah, the wrestling part makes no freaking sense to me.
Yeah.
Hana Collector's kind of cool. But, they have the few reality shows that are actually worthwhile, in my opinion.
Blue in the chat says, you're being kind with the stuff they show on Sci-Fi. Yes, we are.
Okay, I like Warehouse 13. I loved Battlestar Galactica. I'm not... Even though I'm getting kind of sick of U.S. ripping off British television, I do kind of like their version of Being Human.
Okay. I haven't seen that yet. I like the UK version. So
I watched it all on Hulu. I haven't even seen the UK version. That's not true. I've seen 2 episodes of the UK version. But I watched it all on Hulu in a marathon at one point. Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty good. The guy they've got playing, you watch Fanboys, right? The movie?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
The kid who's set to inherit the father's car dealership, he's the werewolf.
Oh, okay.
So he's got that way he acts of freaking out about stuff, completely fits with the werewolf character. And then of course they got the brooding pretty boy to play the vampire. But what's really cool, have you watched Being Human?
Only the UK version. I haven't seen the American.
Okay, as far as I know, they pretty much follow the same storylines. They just change the locations.
Okay.
Do they do the thing where they dig the Vampire Queen up? Or the daughter of the Vampire Queen?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. The girl who's playing her, do you remember Dollhouse?
Yeah.
The Asian chick on Dollhouse who's actually Australian?
Yeah.
She's the queen. She's the queen's daughter.
Oh, okay. I gotta watch this
now. It's actually really freaking good.
Okay, I will give it a shot.
I'm impressed.
Sega fan in the chat writes, they got rid of anime on Sci-Fi and they just started Star Blazers. Yeah, I remember the anime.
What they need to do with Star Blazers is they need to nix the whole Star Blazers concept and run it as it really was with the original dialogue. Sub that shit.